Cryptocurrency roller coaster going down yesterday seems to be a surprising move for a lot of people, including in XRP. The prices actually came lower. There was a swing to the downside, coming close to 0.52. But the moment you look at that price on a macro, you're still watching the price just giving you an inside candle. What does that mean? The thought process laid out for you guys just before that, whether it's in XRP, whether it was in Bitcoin, it all remains the same. Bitcoin also did the same move as we argued in the last video. It was just a normal update showing what the market may do. Right now, the market is kind of pointing you towards the exact same direction. But remember, the macro thought process of what the market may do exists in the market, and different human beings see that differently, and it reaches in front of you. So you have to ask the question, are you watching this running all the way up to 500,000? Can Bitcoin actually do that as the liquidity comes in? But the real question you should be asking to yourself is that, okay, back in that day, it was the corona crisis which gave that amount of liquidity. It was not on the day one where the government gave you the liquidity. So what the hell should come in for the governments to do such things? That question one, you need to think about it. But then on the market side of the equation, from a zoomed in hourly chart, 2-hour chart, if you step back, what can you see? Do you see the market going lower, or do you see the market riding higher? Welcome to the Scientific Investor family, where the normal retail guys get to learn how to become the next top 10 person of this world. Assets is starting to ramp up. Yes, it's a little bit slow, but compared to previous months, last 6 months where we have been slow, these assets are now starting to run back up. This is up 50% for the month, and that's ocean. That's an AI side of the equation for crypto. And it's solving some problem. What? ROI. 40-50% gain in a month is not bad, and that's just the starting of it. If you like to get all those calls, join the SI family. The link is in the description below. Now let's dive into the market. XRP is still at the same point on a 3-day chart. What you just got is an inside candle. Say you go on Bitcoin. You look at the 3-day candle close in Bitcoin. It just confirmed something. Yeah, you made lower lows for sure, but look at the volume. The volume to price, that matched up very well. That's good, that's great. Now we are watching that, okay, it's not just the volume, but also the divergence. So Bitcoin is starting to give you all that you wanted. It's giving you a clear signal, just like what you have seen before. It's stronger than this one. It's stronger than this one, which means you will have to go back into history to see where you had these kind of bullish engulfing candles and what the results were. Yeah, it won't be the entire rally like this to the upside. You will have intermediate breakdowns. So one, you got this. Or you can break it down to the first 14% rally, because at that point, you're going into the micro moves, the volatile notion of the market. The 1, the 2, the 3. The third leg was bigger. Fine. But you get to see these engulfing candles at the starting of each of these waves. 1, 2, 3. You got that. Now you go back. You're moving back into this and you find out, okay, this was another one day. This was another one day. And this was another one. So You are literally walking back months, years, and you get to see the exact same thing. Great. So while you were in a bear market, these were traps. But as soon as you entered a bull market with a macro breakout, things changed. Each and every bullish engulfing candle gave you the results you wanted. Now what? Bitcoin is showing you the bullish engulfing candle. So the history is rhyming. It is showing you I'm having same signals if you can see. I'm showing you the exact same thing if you are ready to use it. So now the question is, okay, what's going to be the ROI in Bitcoin? Can the weekly confirm the same? You had one here, which tested the all-time highs, but then slowed down. So on a weekly, you already have a bullish engulfing candle. That's good. That's positive. So now you have to go back. We had one here. Great. What was the result of the same? We had one in here. What was the result of the same? So if your horizon is a little bit bigger, it's not that 14% ride for short-term trades you're looking at. You're not looking at micro to short-term. You're looking at least at a short to medium term. You should get 4, 5, 6 weeks to ride these. That's a 60% to the upside first. And then the next one was an 85% to the upside. That's a decent rally. So if you are getting something similar, say we're going to find out, maybe this is going to be a bigger one. It's going to be a 90% move. It's going to be a 95% move. That's going to take you close to $100,000, $110,000 in Bitcoin. So the market is showing you all the signs, signals, what you want to. Unless you don't go the opposite route, you're not going to lose this game. Now take this equation into the total altcoin market and then compare it with XRP or smart contracts, say Cardano and others. First, it's the total altcoin market. Altcoin market argues it is at a support, but clearly making a lower high. If we get to break this trend, that's great. That's bullish. So till that time, you're watching which type of a movement it is going to be. Because the most recent candle has been, the momentum candle has been a bearish one. So you're not watching a bullish structure there on a weekly. Yeah, you go on a 3-day chart, you get to see all of these candles turning bullish. You get to see a bullish engulfing candle, another bullish engulfing candle, a hammer, then an evening star pattern, everything coming in line. But again, remember, whales would like you to enter before they do something really choppy, something really messy. Without breaking to the upside, it may attract some buys here, push it lower a little bit, then boom, it goes higher. And this can be that kickoff where retail, who are already in the early retail, who are going to reap the benefits, they'll kick them out. And when the prices reach the top, all the retail come back in. Think, I missed that opportunity. And that's exactly what they want. So you go in here, look at XRP, which is one of the large cap alts out there. You don't get to see all those bullish momentum. Whether you are on a 3-day, whether you are on a weekly, the only thing you have, which is bullish right now, is showing you the rectangular pattern. If you stick on to this one, it's a continuation signal. You do this kind of a move and boom, you go up. So if the altcoin market is breaking higher from the pattern we just showed here, rather than getting a fake out, yeah, XRP is about to follow that. That's a good news. Now say you want to look at another segment, not just the payment segment, you're going into a different one. Say you take smart contracts, that's Cardano, large cap. On a weekly, you have a bullish structure, not just a daily or 3-day. Here, it's showing you the same on a weekly. So you are at a base, the RSI is trending higher, so you have bullish divergence. You are forming bullish hammers at a support. That's good because that level has been a resistance before and a support before that. So right now they're showing you I'm taking support on that particular level. So does this look somewhat something like you have seen back in the history? Yeah, it's tiring, guys. It's really tiring. It goes up, it comes back down, stays choppy before it goes up. And this one took longer than that before it is starting this. But all the way you go back into your RSI to look at your trend, you're still on this. You flirted with that level, you faked out a couple of times, but you're still maintaining that structure. Your resistance turning into a support. That's valid. So Cardano on a macro is showing you this clearly. Say you want to zoom a little bit in, a 3-day chart, and that 3-day chart is giving you a reversal candlestick, a bullish engulfing structure, and the price remains at that territory. Now, this breakout here is all that you need for confirmation for what I've just said. That means the price is going to break higher. It's going to rally further to the upside at this point. Don't miss that point. It's going to continue. And that's large cap assets I'm talking about. Say you want to look at some smaller caps. Like say Aave, we gave you this call out and it went up. It's another 50% up now, right? And you look at multiple assets in that category and you're watching them gaining volume. Did we give all of this before? We posted all of this in the Scientific Investor family so that ye can know before the breakout is there. Now, say you don't want to focus on the large caps, that's your long-term holding. Great. Let's go look at the medium caps. You come at around 200 to 300 in the market cap. Say you want to pick something which has decent volume. And you see, say, ACH, Alchemy Pay. Good. They'll come back into like a payment field. So you take Alchemy Pay to dollar. Let's pick against Bitcoin first. Let's take it against Bitcoin first. So the asset showing you it's going down in this channel, but then starting to develop a bullish divergence against Bitcoin. That's a good signal. So now the question is, as soon as it breaks higher here, you are about to watch this pump. So yeah, honestly, you have one resistance in the way. So you now look at what it may do with dollar. Fine, that's what you're looking for. You have a trend line here that's going to act as resistance. So the first resistance in Bitcoin terms is going to be your resistance here. Say you are watching this and saying, the momentum is still to the downside. I don't disagree. The candlesticks which weighs are the bearish candles. But you're forming something on a macro scale. That's important to notice. That's very important to notice. Say the price is not going down, but the RSI did go down. That's a hidden bullish divergence on a monthly chart. Woo. For some reason, that's a big thing. You go back in history and look at all these assets before they pumped, either they're going to give you a bullish divergence or a hidden bullish divergence, which delivered even bigger rally. Then you're like, okay, what else can I look for? That is where you look for the pattern. It's a bullish channel. The 1, the 2, the 3, now you consolidate and you return back to this range. What does that mean? That actually means you are literally observing a wave 1 structure forming here. That's very much interesting because as soon as you break, you're going to rally to the upside. Say you don't want something in the payment segment. You want to go away from that. Maybe you want to go into a memcoin side or you want to go into the gaming side of the equation. Whichever side you're going into, make sure you understand the macro picture. If it's infrastructure, say you pick GRT, you pick Dent, whichever you actually want to pick, That is completely fine. But make sure you understand the weekly narrative, you understand the micro narrative, or at least the short-term one. Because as soon as you get bullish signs from the market, you should be observing that asset very closely. The moment it gives you a reversal sign on daily chart, you should watch all the others, because if it aligns very well, keep that in mind, very well with your long-term trend, that's something you want to look at. So this is GRT and infrastructure asset showing you, yeah, it is down, it went down, the market hit, whooped it, agreed. But is this something new? No, we have seen this again and again and again. But when it did come back down to these lows, what is it doing? It is respecting a macro trend line. It just came back to that trend line and is making this thing. Does that look bad for you? Yeah, it can still do this, come inside that, play around before it actually goes nuts. Because remember, each time it bounced off from that trend line, it gave you a decent rally. A 3x first, 3.8x first, then a 5.5x next. What would be the next one? 7? 10? I don't know. But you know what the price is showing you? It's not going to be smaller. It's going to be a bigger rally. And this is just medium cap asset. You go look at some small caps which are showing you the similar things. Whoa. They are showing you much bigger burst is coming. And that's exactly what I've posted in the bullish divergence across the spectrum in the scientific investor family. If you want to take part in that just before this actually goes back up. Because when it is here, no one would like to participate. Those who have a little bit of cognitive ability would jump in here. They'll get this leg. Fine. And a lot of others would jump in here at the top. That's risky, guys. That's very risky. But if you are those who are jumping in at these points, you are about to make decent money in next 2-3 months with the market. The market itself is saying you this. I'm not saying that. It's the market showing you this. Now decide and execute. Don't delay. Because as soon as you delay, keep this in mind. It doesn't actually give you a 6-month gap to decide. First rally was finished before 3 months. The entire rally was completed in 5 months. That was the second run up. If you compare it with the first one, you're surprised. That was below 2 months and everything was done. So usually wave 2 does things quicker, very quicker, and with higher impulse. If that's true, these targets are going to be blown off. The prices are going to run through the sky because it will participate in a run-up with the market, the macro. You look at the weekly. The only argument, if you are a macro spot holder, you need to make is just look at the price action and compare it to the MACD cross on a weekly. When the MACD crosses back upside in the positive territory, where we are now. We are almost doing that. Not yet confirmed, but almost there on a weekly. That's where you start something big. You go into a 3-day, you go into a daily, whichever you would like to reassure what's happening. Here is that point. You are below on a 3-day. You're not on the positive territory. You go into a daily to see, are you about to enter back into the positive? Because for the weekly to be on the positive, the daily needs to be there. Then the daily has to push the 3-day to there. Then the 3-day, 3 candles should push the weekly there. So the signs and signals the market gives, you watch from the daily. Is that reflected on a 3-day? Will that be reflected on a weekly? This is how you anticipate. And if you need help, that's where the scientific investor family comes into the picture. So guys, if you received value, smash that like button for me. I'll meet you guys on next video. Bye for now.